Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome to Train Sim World 5, soon to be Train Sim World 6, and yeah, I haven't streamed this in a very long time. Sorry that I'm late, I'm wet. I've been outside in the rain. One of my neighbours had a bit of a breakdown. I went out to go see them, make sure they're okay, see if I could help, and got myself absolutely soaking wet. So I've just quickly changed. And yeah, we're here this evening. So yeah, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done any kind of train stuff in a while. It's not particularly popular with me, but I do enjoy trains. Trains is something that I do enjoy. So I thought, you know what, with Train Sim World 6 only around the corner now, what, maybe 3 or 4 days away before early access release for anyone that pre-orders, I thought maybe we will go back and have a look at some of the routes. Some people can talk about Train Sim World 6 if they wish. I've kept up to date with all the news and good news, some bad news, I suppose, however you want to look at it. My biggest thing compared to Train Sim Classic, now my preference is Train Sim Classic, mainly because of the linear nature of these routes. I find these routes all very linear, and just lacking, sometimes it's just other trains, bits and pieces. I don't know, it's just something's not quite right with Train Sim World, I think. But I think it has progressively got better over the years. I think they are doing a better job. But yeah, so we'll do some runs tonight. I wanted to actually go back to one of the earlier routes. I want to start with the London Underground Bakerloo because I love the London Underground. I haven't driven on that in a long time. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go through some routes. We'll just do some quick drives, half hour here or there, have a little bit of a look. I mean, there's some here that I've had that I've barely driven on. We got the Cardiff City Network that was sent to me, and it didn't do very much. I've done like one video on each is generally what happens. When something comes out, I do a video, and then that's kind of where we leave it. There are some good things here. Mostly I've only got installed the English stuff. There's a couple of the other bits installed, but mainly I only keep the English stuff installed. I'm not very keen on the German and the American stuff. Some of the American stuff's quite nice, but not too much of it. Anyways, good evening. Hopefully you are all well. How are you all? Who is here? Hello. Dave, good evening. Mad Skills, Georgina, hello. Dublin Games, Barney Ox, Nelson, Ezzy, good evening. Just Jace, random username, hello. James, good evening. Shipperist, good evening. Angel Horror, Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have no idea what the first part of your name says. It says squiggle, 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 squiggle. But hello. Addy, good evening. How you doing? How's things? I love the game, but the only thing that puts me off is the open button does not work on the toilet door. Well, the game changer, isn't it? That's it. We should play it. Fuck it in the bin. Let's go. But yeah, so look, you know, I haven't done much of this. I do feel like I make a few mistakes that I make videos on this, but it's probably better to live stream these things, really, isn't it? Terry Ben over on the Purple Brand, good evening. For what it's worth, every time you go live on Twitch, the alert that I get says you're playing Worldwide Rush. Odd. It shouldn't do. I have changed that. But anyways, thank you. I'll keep an eye on that one. I have no idea why the Purple Brand is playing up. But yeah, so look, we'll see how we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with the London Underground. Now, it's been probably about 5 years since I've driven on it, so the other thing about Train Sim World is I rebuilt my PC there 4 or 5 weeks ago, and now it says that my profile's been completely erased. Like, I don't understand this. Why does the profile always erase? Not that I give a crap about the points, but it just annoys me that basically every time for the first time you touch anything in these trains, you have to be told. I have turned most of that off, so hopefully that all stays off. But yeah. It is what it is. Anyways, let's go to the Bakerloo Line. Let's go into the timetable. We're going to go into the 2021. Now, we have a choice. We could use the older stock, but no, we're going to stay with the 1972. Let's take a run. I don't think we have to necessarily do a full route because we want to look at a few routes tonight. So we could, it looks like Queen's Park to Elephant and Castle seems to be the kind of shorter run Right, okay, let's start at Queen's Park then. Let's do this one. The 828 service. Let's go. Jesus, that's bright. But let's go. Bug. What about the points every time you rebuild a computer? Hey, Amy. Yeah, caught me on the purple brand. Ah, yeah. That thing is a trial thing. I don't know how long we'll keep going with that, but you know, it does no harm to have them both. Sim Aviation, good evening. How you doing? How's things? Right, so I haven't driven this stock in forever. I don't know what works, doesn't work. Okay, so we're actually in the sidings. So to turn this thing on, control key in. Does it not need to go on? Just in. Oh, there's the control switch. Control switch on. Now what? Oh my god, first time we've ever used the reverser. And we are lucky people. Right, we're in forward. We'll let the brake pressure up. Does anyone know how to drive this thing? Everyone aboard. 828, here we go. Profile issues with Train Sim World. It's been a thing for ages. Yeah, I find it very weird. But anyways, okay, so I think we can... One of these, isn't it? No. No. There we go. I knew it was one of them. Are we clear to go or what? What's the crack? Nope. We're waiting for a green. I think we're good to go. So I haven't driven the underground Bakerloo since like Train Sim World 3. At least he's not on strike. Hey, we could be on strike by the time we get to Elephant and Castle. It could happen. We're waiting for clearance anyways, whatever we're doing. No, we gotta wait till 8:30:30. I'm not charging any of you yet. I'm not charging any of you yet. Okay, one's coming in for a depot move. Ah, we're good to go. Right, there we go. Shunt. I thought I turned all these markers off. So yeah, the other thing when the profile resets, it resets all your settings. Like, I hate all these markers and things. I get rid of them. We're going to have to turn it off because I won't be able to cope with it. We're already speeding. Hopefully the volume's okay. Hopefully you're getting some sounds, right? It would be nice if DTG brought a new underground route. I don't think they will. I think when they released Train Sim World 2, everyone got really excited for the underground, but then I think all that people ever did was crap on it. I don't think we'll see another underground, which is a shame because the LU is probably my favorite network. Obviously, born and bred in London. You know, I grew up on the underground. No, we're not at the end of the platform yet. Keep on going. Alright, let's open some doors. Now, I think you actually have to open the doors from here. You can't use the tab. It doesn't work with the tab. And just want to change some of these accessibility. Subtitles on's fine. Sparking effects, that's fine. That's fine. Hide current speed, whatever, that's fine. Where is the... play assist. Okay. Expert only, apparently. Already on expert, so that's doesn't make any sense. Objective markers off. Stop markers. Well, it's already off. Okay, interesting. Let's see how we go with that. Let's see. The train camera, what one? I want a refund. What, already? How dare you? I have no idea if this train's actually even going to go pull forward yet, so we'll see. Oh, Wrong button. We're moving. Choo-choo. Right, we're gonna go underground here now. But yeah, I love to see, like, you know, the city line. Probably been one of my favorites to get in. Oh, we're already speeding down the hill. My bad. I've turned off all the markers, so now I have no idea where the things are. I probably turned off too much of my helps. Yeah, I think we did alright. Not bad, huh? Press all of them. If you don't know, if you're ever in doubt, press everything. Hey, Jace, good evening. A lot of the underground is above ground, not all of it, but there is a lot now that is above. Okay, next up, Maida Vale. Where Radio 1 has all their studios, isn't it, Maida Vale? Open doors. All aboard. Choo-choo. Terrible stop. The front should have been by that fence edge. Look, don't worry about it so much. Don't panic. I think we're doing great. Bomb, bomb. Anyone got any preference on what route they want to see next? Man, this would have been a dream job for me. I would have loved to be an underground driver. Okay, next up, Warwick Avenue. 350. Oh yeah, okay. The cab should be past this point, but I think it's okay. Manchester. The only one I don't have is the Manchester Airport one, actually. I do have the Blackpool to Preston. The Island Line. Mackenzie, Island Line. Yes, we'll do that one tonight too. I love the Island Line. I actually think that Island Line could be one of my favorites Rivet have ever done. Okay, next up, Paddington. Okay, we're just coasting. We have to go down to a 25 limit now. Even though we're going uphill. The 2i thing there messes with your eyes a little bit. That's a pretty good stop. Hey, Grimbold, good evening. How you doing? I'm trying to have double-decker trains. A lot of countries have the double-decker kind of trains now. Australia had them. Okay, Edgeware Road. And you're allowed to go 20 down here, though. That's no fun. What's your opinion on the US routes? I think they're just really boring. Yeah, look, I don't mind, like, the commuter ones, as in the kind of subway style ones, you know. But any of the longer distance ones, I cannot stand. The freight in America, I mean, look, obviously, there's not a lot of choice if you live in America, obviously, but the freight are so boring. Like the Dakota's Pass and all those kind of ones. Oh my god, I can't handle them myself. Absolute rubbish. But like you said, any of the kind of the Long Island one, any of the ones that kind of have like the subway kind of style, I don't mind them too much. We need just trains to bring out a new underground route, I think. Yeah, I think I did it. Chinese don't mess about that pub. No, they don't. I like the stuff that they have that goes like above the roads, like the monorail-y kind of ones. I think they're friggin' amazing. I'd love to go on the Japanese high-speed train as well, going through Japan. Okay, next up, Marylebone. Let's give Marylebone a bone. Grimble, don't be getting naughty thoughts about that. Marylebone. Every time I think about the underground, I can't get that song out of my head. You know, London Underground. Can't sing it because one, I get copyright strike, and two, there's a lot of bad language. But I love that song. I'm only a minute behind on my servers. That's not too bad, no? When you enter this part of the tunnel, can you not just smell that piss in the air, like the underground smells like? Some might say that's perfect, look. Look at that. All aboard! Oh, Baker Street. See what Sherlock Holmes is up to. Smells like needles and Carlsberg super. You gotta love that. I love the heat as well. That I love the underground. I think it's got a nice, unique charm. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Danger Mouse is better. Ah, no, London Underground, what a song. You love the underground smell, so do I. I love the heat, I love when they come, I don't know. I think there's just a very unique charm. Like, I was in Madrid there, what, back in March? And their underground is like so clean and nice smelling, and it's not the same. It doesn't have that lovely, unique British smell. Yeah, next stop, Regent's Park. Can't say I've ever got off at Regent's Park. For me, what I love about the underground is thinking about things like the war, like all them people going down, they're using it as like a bomb shelter, and it's just got such a unique history. I think the whole thing, you know, just starting off with kind of being like meant to be kind of be for the post, and imagine that once upon a time steam engines ran this underground. Imagine the fog and the soot, and oh my god. Oh, we could be getting out and doing all the city things at the stations, like putting up posters and stuff. I completely forgot that we had those kind of things to do. Quick! I forget that this game has these kind of things that we can mess around with. Okay, there's clearly none around here. Quickly, before the train leaves without us! I clearly left the train for too long. I could not cope. Oxford Circus! London Zoo. I thought London Zoo was what's that stop? God, I can't remember now, top of my head. Hong Kong and Seoul are the best. I've never been. I'd love to go to Korea though, I must admit. I'd love to go to China too. I'd love to go see the Great Wall of China. That's on my bucket list. I have to go see that. Have you watched Raw yet? I've seen half of it. So I roughly know what's going on. Okay. I'm going uphill now. We're slowing down to 20. There's the marker. Oxford Circus. Change here. That's what it's missing. It's missing announcements, isn't it? I think if it had announcements where you could hear mind the gap every couple of minutes, I think I'd be even happier. Or just like, you know, change here for the Northern Line. Stand behind the yellow line. What I don't like about the underground is the new lines that have the friggin' plastic barriers all the way down. I know it's a safety thing, but it's rubbish. Whoa, Craig's become a member. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. What's left of the Great Wall? I hear they're stealing the... Who's stealing the stone? Don't go to Beijing for the Great Wall. There's a better place. Oh, no, I've seen a few other places that I'd quite like to go see that the Great Wall's there. Next stop, Piccadilly. Bit of Piccadilly service. Yeah, gotta have the brake on while we're going downhill, apparently. That's no fun. Did you ever remember the runaway train that they had in the underground that time? It was bad. It crashed into... I think it killed a few people. When they're like a service train or something. The stations don't have enough passengers for the London Underground. This is true. 8 o'clock in the morning, you like to see it packed. I mean, I get that it's a sim and there are some limitations. But like I said, I think you can't do a London Underground without some sort of announcements and services. It does feel a bit lifeless. I agree with you there. Could do with a little bit more something. Whoa! Hey, random user. 18 months. Bloody hell. Been ages, isn't it? Thank you. It's much appreciated for your continued support over the last 18 months. God, we're going to struggle to get down here. London Underground. How many of you have Googled that song? How many of you know that song? Hey, Trackside Tim. Good evening. Don't know about cracking, but we managed to stop. We'll take it. Charing Cross. Platform 2. There's no Metro newspapers on the seats. Is the Metro newspaper still a thing? That can't still be a thing, right? Surely. Thought we would have got rid of that a long time ago. Shoot everyone with a rifle. I can't believe the metro's still going. I would have thought the eco people would have got rid of that by now. I still find it odd. To be fair, I was at the shop today when I pulled over. I was having a little break and I thought I'd go get a coffee, and there was a man buying a newspaper, and I sat there and I thought, Jesus, you know what? That's the first time I've seen someone buy a newspaper in what feels like forever. Like, it's so weird because, like, when I was younger, my dad would make me go down to the shop every morning without fail to buy him the Sun and the Sport. And now, if you know what the Sport is, if you know, you know. But yeah, he used to make me go get the Sun and the Sport every morning. Another clear, my friend. I'm from across the pond. Ah, nice. Well, welcome from across the pond. I don't live in London anymore. I live in Ireland now, but trains in Ireland, unfortunately, are very lackluster. We have literally like 3 types of train, but mostly on the lines here, you'll only see 1 type of train, and you'll only see it every 2 hours. We don't have busy stations apart from like Dublin. I suppose Limerick and Cork are quite busy as well, but yeah, it's pretty rubbish. Train spotting in Ireland is definitely not a hobby. Next up, embankment. Ah, we can go have a look at the Eye. What else can we go look at? Parliament. Is that embankment? I can't remember now. Still find metro papers in the train stations. I'm very surprised. Black Horse Road and the Victoria Line. Oh, nice. I'm from Hammersmith. Myself. London Underground. Oh, friggin' hell, I forgot to brake. No fear. Beep boop, beep boop. Trains in America are pretty bad as well. To be fair, we were talking about how crap American trains are too. Like, if you live in, like, you know, the big city like New York and stuff, and like the subway system, that's pretty cool. But the long haul trains are so boring. Well, I'm actually a proper Cockney. I'm born under the Bow Bell. So I was born in Queen Charlotte's, Hammersmith and Chelsea, Chelsea and Fulham Hospital. So I am actually a real London Cockney. But yeah, raised in Hammersmith. We wouldn't call it too posh. You not ever watched Bottom. That's more kind of side of the Hammersmith that my family were from. My dad actually reminds me of Rick Mayo. What's Cork like? I'm guessing you're being... Cork is alright. Cork is, I mean, it's just a city, you know what I mean? It's alright. I don't go down there too often. I used to obviously drive the buses down there, but obviously I don't drive buses anymore. I drive trucks now, so I don't go down to Cork as much as I used to. I used to go down there all the time, but I slowed it down way too much here. Waterloo! Waterloo. Waterloo, do 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 do. Slow and outdated. It is slow. But then you get these train nuts from America that love the long haul stuff. But obviously, if that's what you've got, that's what it's just what you like, I suppose. But yeah, I find the long haul stuff pretty boring. But there's any subway system I love. I love a good subway, me. The Raspberry Ripple. Good old dog and bone. What made me move to Ireland? Well, so okay, so what it is, I'll tell you my life story. Some of my life story, anyways. Not that it's very interesting. Born in London, raised in London till I was about 5. Now, my mum is Irish, my dad is English. So, we moved to Ireland. I grew up on the west coast of Ireland. That's where all my mum's family are. They all live down this side of the country in the west. I stayed here till we were about 11 years old. My mum and dad split up. My dad had enough of Ireland, he hated it. And, you know, fair enough. So he wanted to go back to London, and when my mum and dad split up, my dad ended up with all the kids. So me, my brother and my sister. So we all went back to London. Actually, no, we moved to Chichester first. Because that's where my grandmother was living, my dad's mum. We were staying that way for a few weeks until we sorted ourselves out of a house, and then we moved up towards Basingstoke, and then I went to secondary school in Basingstoke, and I just always said to myself, eventually this is where I wanted to be. I love Ireland. I used to come over every year for holidays. One, my mum and dad when they were split up. Now they're actually back together, believe it or not. Another story for another day. But they split up for about 10 years. And then clearly realised they couldn't be with anybody else but each other, blah, blah, blah. How they not killed each other, who knows. But, I used to come over here every year to see my mum. And I've always loved Ireland, always said, eventually one day, this is where I'm going to buy my house and this is where I'm going to live. So I travelled, I lived in Spain, I lived in France, I lived in Australia, did the London thing, obviously. And then once I had enough money, the market crashed here in Ireland back in 15, 16. The market was terrible. So I got a really good deal on my house. So here we are. And now I'm enjoying the pissing rain every day. Falling asleep to my story. Is that what it is? And Trackside Tim, thank you for following on the old purple brand. If you wondered who I'm talking to, I'm on YouTube as well, the red brand, whatever we were supposed to say politically these days. Okay, Elephant and Castle. I think this is our last stop. It is of this run, and then we can move on to something else. Passengers are hooked. I don't know about hooked. But there you go. So this is why I've ended up where I have. I did my traveling, had my fun. Hang on, it's a red light! It's a red light! Fuck! And they say mobile phones are terrible. Right, let's go back to the main menu. Technically, that was the end of the line anyways. It was obviously stopping us while you're waiting for a train to leave out. Fuck it. All good. Ah, we all love Grimsby. Is that where you're from, Grimsby? When do we see your dogs here? I don't know, to be honest with you, they've not really come to see me very often these days. Is anyone here? Ready? Max? Ah, they're around somewhere. If they come back, we'll say hello to them. We will. Okay, so let's go back to the trains. Let's choose a new route. So, not London Commuter. What was it? What was the first one someone wanted to do? West Coast Main Line. When someone wanted to do the 350 in that first. We'll do this one first. Let's see if we can get a small timetable. Someone wanted the class 350. I don't really want to do an hour, and I don't really want to do 3 minutes. Do we have anything freaking in between? London the Crew. 30 minutes. This looks like what we're probably going to have to do. We'll go from London to Crewe. We might not finish it. We might change to another route. We'll see how we go. Let's go with this one. So we'll do this. We have to go so early in the morning. That's just too early. Move it forward a little bit. London to Crewe. Here we go. Oh, we are a driver. Do you like the Glossop line? People hate that. Never fancied Australia. Too many bugs. To be honest with you, you don't see any of them. The only thing that you really see is cockroaches everywhere. Like the street crawls. Walking down Sydney in the evening, if you go anything like after 10 o'clock, the paths are just you wear your flip flops and you just got cockroaches everywhere. It's great. Down for 7 years, I found you so interesting about games and stuff. I don't know why you find me interesting, but I do appreciate it. I do. I think when I started YouTube, I had hair, and that's how many years we've been doing it now. My hair's gone. Right, so we're in the 350. We're at London, Houston. Unlock doors. Oh, Jesus. We've not even had 2 seconds to even think about setting up my train. Master key on. Forward. Where are the friggin' lights in this thing? Does the GSMR work? Bloody hell. Since when did this ever work? I'll be honest with you, I haven't really done much on this line. Alright, we'll turn the AWS on. Oh, we got all this as well. Do I have to set this up? I don't know. 9:48. Okay, so we've got a few minutes to kind of conquer around with the train. We have no lights on? Why do they flash? Daylights. Why is the train flashing? Some of my cats do it too. I'm not gonna lie, my daughter loves inside videos. I have no idea why. Cockroach City's New York. I've never been to New York. New York is somewhere I'd love to go, to be fair. What truck do you drive? I drive a... yeah, I'm driving mainly a tipper as well, but I only do day work. So I'm driving now at the minute... There's a Scania. I'm driving a 430 Scania at the moment, but he has the new 530s as well. It just depends, but generally I'm in the he's got the 5 axles, and then he's got the 4 axle ones as well. Hey, lights. Good evening. What the? Hazards on, hazards off. Tail lights off. Daylights. Cab equipment. Sure, let's put them on. Are we supposed to be going? I do like the 350. I'm not gonna lie. Are we good to go? If I get some nice screenshots, maybe. I do like the Class 350. Obviously, being around in Basingstoke, this is what we had a lot of for a long time. Oh, the computer inside the train. Oh, I didn't do the GSMR properly either, did I? I didn't set it up. We're too busy rushing. I did absolutely nothing that we're supposed to do. Yeah, so basically, the 5 axles, obviously, they're bigger loaded. So yeah, the work I do is mainly tipper work, so mainly for quarries. I subcontract to a lot of quarries. So moving a lot of stone, mostly stone. Can be soils, sand, cement to some extent. But yeah, that's basically what I'm up to. Back over to Team Red. That's it. AF1. Let's go. Team Red, there's just a few more people talking. 350 to Glossip. Is this on the Glossip without making your own scenario? Is it layered onto it? See, the thing is, I haven't played Train Sim World in such a long time because, like I said, usually when I make the videos, it's just not very popular. I used to make a lot of scenarios for Train Sim World. Mainly for myself, like, but... Will I be getting Train Sim World 6? Look, eventually, yes. I won't be paying full price for it. One thing, because of the linear nature of the routes, and the thing that does my head in is that there's been bugs on Train Sim World. Train Sim World 3, 4, 5, all were supposed to have special features like the suspension and all this other crap, lighting, and we never get them when we were supposed to get them, and, you know... Usually, I will upgrade to Train Sim World 6 on the free bundle you get, and then probably I wouldn't. I usually wait for the humble bundle around January when it's like 15 quid, because I never pay full price for the routes. I don't see the value in them, especially, you know, to get the premium versions like nearly 80 euros or something, 79.99 for the basics. And there's not enough there to interest me. Don't get me wrong, I do like the Riviera line. And it makes me a little sad because I generally do like the Riviera line. It is one route that I'm actually interested in. The Voyager whatever it is, the 220 interests me as well, but it's just crazy money, I think. Yep, we're heading to Milton Keynes now. Well, we're gonna go... Oh yeah, we're heading to Crewe, aren't we? Yeah. Milton Keynes is our next stop. It might be our only stop. Wasn't it the 323s on the Glosser? But some of them, if you have some other routes, sometimes they layer over, don't they? And you get a couple added to the timetables. But unless you make your own scenarios, I don't know. Good to my kids just got me to put 184 on the credit card. Asked to go watch Mean Girls at Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. Ooh, Grand Theatre though. I do love the theatre. Literally, this is the only problem as well, like, with this route. I like the train and stuff, but it's not really a commuter service, is it? There's not much stopping. We're literally going to go to the end now. Our next stop is literally Milton Keynes. Crazy, I went to the cinema, told her don't do discount to make it easier. £25, that's cheap. If you want to go cinema here, it's about 20 euros for the ticket, and then for popcorn and drinks, about 30 euros on top. The cinema is not cheap. Oh no, we got a yellow. Oh, we drove 3 miles. We're gonna have to brake. Apparently we got a red light. Maybe we could do some train spotting. One thing I don't like in Train Sim World is the Class 150. This thing sounds appalling. Yeah. I think they got that issue in quite a few things, haven't they? Is there another version of the 150 coming with the Riviera line? See, that's the other thing that gets me. We get so many trains just recycled on routes. But like this 350, this route doesn't really work for it, but it's the same for the Pendolino, the 390. The route is too short, and I think that's always a big problem with this Train Sim World routes. Like when you think about the Train Sim Classic, some of them routes that we used to get were huge, and then we had the people like Danny that was merging them and all those kind of things, and they were great. You know? Full speed ahead. Rivet Games do not have good reputation. Well, look, Rivet Games have made some decent stuff, and then they've also made some crap. But I think Rivet Games have merged more into Dovetail now. They're helping them with all their routes more and more now, don't they? So I don't think they're making as much things for themselves anymore. I think they've kind of merged into the team, and they're helping with a lot of the projects. But look, the island line, I think, is brilliant. I think that's one of the best routes in Train Sim World. Rivet made that, so they've proven they can do it. But also, I think you look at the Just Train stuff, like you really, I mean, that's the benchmark, isn't it? Like the Preston to Carlisle and the other one that they made, they are so good. They look so good. Don't get a chance to leave the house much. Currently, I have a sight problem. What's going on? Too much wanking. No, sorry, I didn't say that. Does make you go blind. Whatever. Believe what you read, I tell you. Hope you don't mind me asking, have you got... Oh, okay. Weapons and The Conjuring in Drag to Watch Demon Slayer. Yeah, not my cup of teas. I'll let you watch them. Just tell me if they're any good. I have the whole ECML on Train Sim Classic 400. Exactly, with all the mergers and stuff that were done. I know they got the new thing here where you can change between the routes, but they're too linear. The routes, some routes they're okay being small, but like if you're going to make small routes, they should do the branch lines. There's so many branch lines missed that should be done, and they've never been done. And but like routes like this, like I said, this is not really a commuter server. We're literally going to go do the most of the route here now, just one speed all the way. Got a cyst growing on. Ouch. You know, I've got one of those skin tags on my eye here. I had it for years now, and I went to try and get something to take it off, but the people told me that apparently you can't use the stuff on your eyes. You have to get a doctor to cut it off, but I have to pay 50 euros to go see a doctor here, so and that's not including how much you're charging me to cut the bloody thing off. I might just do it myself one day, just get drunk and just cut it. I can't even tell you what station we're even passing here. Kenton? We brought out the Midland Main Line, one of the best routes. The Midland Main Line's good. That was Skyhook Games, but it was bad at first, wasn't it? Now that they updated it, that's a lot better route now. £700 what, to take a cyst off your eye? Jesus Christ. Sheffield to Leeds via Barnsley, Catford is a great route. Yeah, like I said, the biggest thing to me is it's just they leave every route just so linear and with no branch lines, so even like the scenario making, it's just not fun. I think most people get the biggest kick out of Train Sim World about livery creation, you know, where before on Train Sim Classic it was all about scenario creation, and you know, we all loved coming up with these great scenarios, and like the scenario edit here is not amazing, but you can only go to A to B. Like, they should have carried this route all the way up to Birmingham, in my opinion. And at least the Pendolino, because the Pendolino only just gets the full speed and we're at the end of the route. I think that's what does my head in the most, and that's probably why I don't play as much with the train sim as I used to. But I am a train nut. I love trains. I could sit on trains all day. I could sit at stations all day. I love watching them, but you know, I would nearly rather have less releases per year and have longer routes. I don't mind if the scenery is not perfect, but I want to at least be able to travel in the train, you know. The Cardiff Valley. But the Cardiff one I don't mind. That commuter service I actually think is not a bad route, and I think that's actually quite well done. I'm not too bad. It is a little short, but at least it has the branch lines and stuff. My favourite station? Pfft, I don't know. If I'm honest. No idea. Good question. Oh, we might be slowing down again here. There's obviously somebody stopping in front of us. Did it conductor mode? No. To be honest with you, I prefer SimWorld for that kind of thing. Cardiff is short, but yeah, I like that it's got a few little branch lines and a few different things, but the Cardiff route is a bit short, but I don't mind that because it's, you know, there's a few different things. You can go back and play it a few times. It's like the Cathcart circuit. I love the Cathcart circle. Too many routes are just A to B with Train Sim World. I like, you know, that's why the 5 circle one's not too bad as well. And having the Class 170, I think, is one of my favourite locos out there. I love the 170 in real life. Oh, we've got the London Overground here. It's not in service. Where are we? London Overground. Not as good as the Underground. Watford! Oh, my train had gone so far away, I had to get a load screen. Conductor mode was way overhyped and just, yeah, like I said, I loved it's not really conductor mode, but I love the sim rail, you know, when you're in the office there controlling the trains, dispatching and stuff. I love that. I think actually, you know what I think the biggest problem with Train Sim World is still supporting old consoles, and I think that's what limits this game from being better. I think they're stuck with limitations on old hardware still, instead of just saying, look, sorry guys, Train Sim 5 was the last time you're going to get an update on old consoles. I mean, there's probably not that many people been playing on the old consoles anymore, and I think that's the biggest limitation for Train Sim World. That's probably what I think is. You get videos from trains at work as part of your job. Nice. I'd love to do that. But yeah, I think the supporting of the old consoles is a massive limiting factor. Like, if you play SimRail now to this, and you're going, and SimRail have done one end of Poland to the other for frig's sake, you don't glitch like this, you don't get the little screen tearing, And, you know, because they only support high-end PCs, really. I mean, obviously, you can still play with a lower end, but you got to dumb down your graphics. But, like, I don't think the graphics are overly amazing in Train Sim World. Obviously, compared to Train Sim Classic, it's graphically and visually nicer. But it's kind of like that debate of X-Plane 12 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator gave us all those lovely colors and fluffiness, but X-Plane, you felt like you were flying a plane, you know. I feel like there's a bit of that with this as well. Dispatching a multiplayer, I just don't think they'll do a multiplayer because I just don't think they can support it server-wise. And like, you know, and I think that's where SimRail, the only reason why SimRail wins in that front of that kind of thing is because they're only doing PC only. So I think it's a lot easier. Because obviously, if they were to do multiplayer, they're going to have to do a crossplay. I don't think you could just leave console be console, blah blah blah, PC. You'd have to have crossplay, and I'd say it gets highly complicated. Paris to London, yeah. I mean, people say they'd be bored going in the underground. I'd love the route like that. I would love that. Why are we getting AWS? You know, he's too old now. Yeah, I think it's too old. I think the time is to cut it now and say, no, we're moving on. I don't think there'd be that many people that'd be that mad. Obviously, they're probably worried about their customer base, and I'd say with Train Sim being the only one really on console, I think it is the only Train Sim on console, that's probably their biggest market over PC, I'd imagine. So it's I'd say that's probably why they're worried about ditching the 8th gen consoles, but I think it's something that they need to do now. I think if they really want to push Train Sim World forward, and you know, I feel sorry for Dovetail. They do get a lot of flack, but look, they're some of the only crowd out there making Train Sim, and you know, I don't mind buying this stuff on sale, which I always do. When they drop the midweek madness sales, I always pick up a route or two, or the Humble Bundle stuff. I'll always pick up a couple of routes every year. But yeah, I think they need to drop the 8th gen stuff now. Have to keep an eye on the vegetation from the train view. Stop you getting seasick. But there's a lot of that stuttering, and that stuttering shouldn't really be there now at this stage. I mean, Train Sim World's been around, what, since... When did the first one come out? I don't know, was it 2016? No, it was earlier than that. 2012, wasn't it? I can't remember. When did Train Sim World come out? Live bird strike on Train Sim. Yeah, be pretty cool though, wouldn't it? But isn't that something that they're adding to Train Sim World 6, these emergency situation things? I am worried it's not going to work very well. Sometimes when you play on these timetable modes, trains get stuck at signals and stuff. Suppose we'll have to wait and see. I can't remember when Train Sim World the first one came out. What? It was a while ago now. But it's like that Reading route. I really like that route. I love the class. Obviously, being from Basingstoke, you know, the 165 or the 166, whatever it is. You know, I used to get on that to Reading all the time. For a very small gradient, we don't seem to be putting any speed on here, are we? There we go. 2018. 2017. Yeah, look, I think those old consoles now need to be dropped. I think if they really want to push this forward, because I think the game engine is the limiting factor of why we still get these kind of stuttering, or, you know, things aren't perfect. $2012. I thought it was somewhere back then. Yeah, I see, the thing is as well, like Train Sim World, like the editor was all built into the game, so many people could learn the editor and make their own routes, and we got some great freeware stuff and other payware stuff or whatever. But I think Train Sim World being on that fucking, it's not Unity, is it? Is it Unity they use? I can't remember. Whichever one of the two that they use. I think the editor's really hard to use, but also they haven't unlocked their assets, so there's no way to, I think it's quite hard for people to make the routes. Oh, we're speeding. Oh crap, I got out of my seat. The original Train Sim World, yeah, I played a lot of. Up until I got Train Sim World 2, I played a lot of, but when I got to Train Sim World 3, I started losing a little bit of interest. Again, I'm very picky on the routes. Like I said, any of the kind of American stuff I've not really been interested in. The German stuff I have no interest in at all. I find that the German stuff all just looks the same. I understand why they never released the Class 91 as a loco. Yeah, that's another thing. But don't be surprised, it still could happen. But yeah, we drove 35 miles. Yeah, I was speeding a little bit. The Czech route looks really nice, and also I think that the Tadami line looks really nice, the Japanese one. The Trans-Siberian Express. It'll only take us, what, five days to do. See, the makers of SimRail are making the Polish Metro version. The only thing that gets me about SimRail is when they came out, what, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago as well, they said that there were other developers creating other routes for SimRail. I mean, I love SimRail, but like, I can't pronounce any of the stations, which does my nut in. But it'd be nice to have someone that would create the kind of you know, the mass lines they have in other countries too. Beep beep. Wasn't there a sim in EA that was like survival game on the... Yeah, it did come out. I did play a few episodes of it, but it wasn't... It was alright, but it wasn't... It wasn't amazing by any means. You know, I watched on Netflix, it came to Netflix here in Ireland the other week. I started watching that Race Across the World. I'd love to do that kind of crap. Hey, Clint B. Good evening, how you doing? Did a football chant. A fictional route, Piccadilly Gardens to Pearly Gates. I'd love to see like the Belfast North. See, Belfast have quite a nice commuter network. I'd love to see that put into the game. Five miles to go. Watching in my truck in Killarney. Oh, it wasn't Domino's to your truck. What are you doing in Killarney? Did you go kiss the stone? Oh no, that's Blarney, innit? What are you doing in the Emerald Isle? Anything good? I wouldn't mind a Domino's now, thinking about it. We don't have well, we do have Domino's over here, but as you can see... Oh, you're here with Paw Patrol Live. Where are you going next? Who the fuck goes to those things? Are you coming up to Galway? Or Castle Bar? Castle Bar usually has Paw Patrol Live. Freaking hell. It's raining. That's a bit of dynamic weather for you. Oh, how do I stop the goddamn wipers? Last venue, then OTS. Ah, okay. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Milton Keynes, anyone? Milton Keynes? I used to drive the buses up to Milton Keynes all the time. It's funny, I can see the rain on the screen of my my train, and it's raining so hard here that it feels very immersive right now. Milton Keynes? And plenty of passengers. What are all the stupid little things we have to do on this map? Not even hard, isn't there? Where's all the maps and crap? London Euston? Milton Keynes? We have to go back up to the top of the train. Too many people. Oh, someone fell through. Oh no, oh dear. That might be fixed by Train Sim World 8. Who knows?
If you see anything suspicious, please tell a member of staff or the police.
There we go. All these points we got. We all care about them. Right, we're gonna do one more short route maybe. What should we do it on? I kind of like the Isle of Wight. Or maybe the Fife Circle. See, I just don't get excited by it. These aren't all my routes. For some reason, these are the only ones I've downloaded. My PC got renewed. Anyone got any preference? WrestleMania 43 tickets on Saudi. I need quite a lot of money for that. Midland Mainline. Yeah, I'd like the Metro Link too. And what, the 158 you said, wasn't it? We go a little bit into the evening, maybe. Alright, let's do this service to Nottingham, or from Nottingham. Oh, Derby to Nottingham. We'll go this. The West Country, well, the Riviera line doesn't come out till Train Sim World 6. In snow. I hate snow in these games. Fucking hell, I didn't expect it to be pitch black. Is there a way that we can change the... Hang on. I wanted it to kind of be a dusk, not black. We'll go back. No snow. Hey, Dongs, good evening. How's work? Oh, I hate the snow. It just looks terrible. We want... Where is the AWS? Okay. We shall lock some doors. So we're here in Derby. Do you like the 158? Love a good diesel. Oh, and we got guard as well. Is this train not turned on? What's going on? On. In forward. What have I done? Hey, Prince, good evening. And your membership, 24 months. Bloody hell. You guys have been around for way too long. I have brake pressure. What have I done? Yeah, not been too bad. Can't work out what's yeah. And the bloody wipers now. DRA's off, look. We just need some more beans. We've killed it. The door is closed. We have brake pressure. Can't be the brakes. Engine's on. We can hear it running. Oh, the AWS was already on. I turned it off. There we go. Mugging myself off as usual. What am I? Just a 2-car? Yeah. Do like a 158. Ah, it's above the other window. Ah. There we go. Struggles to put up some speed. This is British Railways. We don't have managers. I don't think we're gonna hit that 80. And the manager, I'm called the Fat Controller. Confusion and delay. Oh shit, forgot to brake. Luckily this thing stops like crazy. Beastin'. Let me out, let me out. Yeah, look. We did something. Glad I didn't bring the class 156 out on this route because they butchered the 150. They'd ruined the 156. Yeah. And it's surprising because there's still so many of them out still working. Like, to get the sounds shouldn't be that hard, you'd imagine, but no. We're late. Yeah, we are late. Better late than never, though. After driving that 350, this feels so sluggish. Well, no, they used the 150 sounds from AP, but didn't they like speed them up or something, or they did something with the mixing? So something like that I read somewhere. Seem to get plenty of time at these stations. Oh, ticket machines. Oh, we got to fix them too. Quick. I wonder if many people actually go around completing all these things. Hard to stay on time if you're going to do that. Waiting for the signalman. OG Bone. You ready to go for the southeastern high speed? I suppose if you just play passenger mode and you take all the trains, I suppose you can do it that way. It'd be kind of fun. Wouldn't make interesting content by any means. I don't think I've ever completed any of those tasks. And like I said, for some reason every time you re-download Train Sim World, it refreshes your bloody profile. Yeah, Grimble must be busy. Oh, going a little fast, changing lanes. We do have a red light ahead. No, it's gone green. London. We'll have a look in a second. Distracted by what? Long Eden. There's a ticket machine there we could definitely be fixing. Open sesame. We've only got one more stop. Hello, what's the crack? I didn't realize he was back in England again because he's got Charlie Kirk's funeral on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, I do like a HST. We should have drove the HST. The French are in pretty shit situation right now. Unfair to make. Keir Starmer in the last 5 minutes with Donald Trump. Yeah, I didn't realise he was back in England because, like I said, he's got the funeral on Sunday, so he's obviously not there for very long. Good old two-tier Keir. Gotta love it. In Canada, we're just eating poutine and getting ready for hockey season. Oh, yeah, it starts again in what, September? Oh, no, it's September, isn't it? Starts around now, doesn't it? My friend is a massive Leafs fan. I do like a bit of ice hockey, but I don't really have a certain team. I kind of just like watching it. Poutine's not the same over here. The cheese curds are different. Even the gravy's different. There's a bar. There's a Maple Leaf bar in London, in Covent Gardens. It's in that area. It's like a sports. It's like a Canadian sports bar. They do good poutine. You see the response to report's question after the guy was shot. He was more interested in the work being carried out. Yeah, I don't really listen to all that kind of crap. Yeah, I've been there a few times. They do good poutine there. It's probably the closest representation of poutine you're going to find in England. I'm not sure about the beaver tails, but it's all basically, if you Google it, like, just Google Maple Leaf Covent Garden, London, and you'll see it's set out just like a sports bar that you'd imagine over there. They do good poutine though. Jimmy, that's it. It's all bullshit. The only time I care is when money's in my pocket and not theirs. Beaver tail. I'll have a look. Not those ice pops of maple syrup, is it? That you guys put on the balconies in the snow and stuff. Look, anyone in the public eye that dies, there's always conspiracies. Just let the poor guy just rest in peace now. Deep fried pastry. I'd say they probably do then. It was actually my friend from Canada that brought me there. It's funny how, like, you know, you leave your country to go explore the world, but you still end up in the same places that you'd just be in if you're in Canada. Out the way! They do have it. Oh yeah, he was desperate for me to try poutine. He tried to make it, but the gravy and like I said, it's all about the cheese curds. And it's hard to get like in just the shop here. But he kept talking about poutine. He's like, you need to try this, you need to try this. So we went all the way to London just to try this. Alright, we're coming into Derby. This is our final stop of Train Sim World 5. Next time we stream any trains, it'll be Train Sim World 6, I'm sure. Funny that you talk about the world ending. I was only discussing this with my dad only not long ago. We were talking about, remember when the millennium hit and we all thought the millennium bug was going to wipe out all the phones, the internet, the TVs and everything? The dynamic weather's so weird. It always rains on the lot as you pull into your next stop. It is bloody network. Hey, we made it with 5 seconds to spare too. Alright, it's not gonna end because I'm in the. This is B. The fuck it was A? Was A the first one? Oh, we were supposed to stop down here. Oops. My bad. Remember that, and 25 later, still the same. Oh crap. Yeah, good old millennium bug. Wrapping everything in tinfoil, weren't we? Let's give the government power authority. They should never have anyone in the UK. Yeah, this is true. Have a good night. Yeah, no worries. Look, guys, I'm going to see you all later. Hopefully you all have a good day tomorrow. Obviously, I don't stream Wednesdays, but I'll see you all probably Thursday or Friday, be one or the other. Yeah. Good night.